Hello guys, David here and welcome to a brand new series on the Pressing Forward FM channel. This one is called Football's Coming Home. We're going to be taking charge of the England international team and leading them to as much international glory as we possibly can. The main aim is try and be the holder of the Nations League, the World Cup and the European Championships all at the same time. But we've got to win all three of them at least once before we can move on to anything else. Roll the intro. Let's get stuck in. Okay then, boys and girls, we are into the boardroom at Wembley. Effectively, that's where we are. So we'll go and get stuck right into things. The English FA have appointed Wrestle as the national team manager. No previous managerial experience. They clearly haven't watched Going into Continental and White's on the Rise. I think I've earned the right to do this job at that point. However, he'll have to prove himself as quickly as possible. I guess I've tried to map my face in. I've not done a very good job. I struggle with these sorts of things. Never very good at them, but it'll do. It's not too bad. It's about as pale as I normally look anyway. Let's crack on. Right, let's go and have a look and see what we're looking at then. With a fourth highest ranked team. Highest world ranking is third. I could have sworn we've been higher than that before. Weirdly, I can't see any further down than that, so maybe that is all I'm expected to see. I'm not entirely sure. Most capped player is Peter Shilton. All-time top goal scorer is Wayne Rooney. Yes, you see, I think I'd expect to see those. I need to mess around with my little setup here. Interestingly, I think the boardroom looks the same on every single club you go to. Little tip for you there. I will endeavour to get kits and stuff put into this as well, but because it's brand new PC and all that, I'll do them at some point. Same with the face packs. The plan is to get them in as well at some point. So, coaching staff have compiled a brief review of the squad. That's not going to be my starting 11. I can guarantee you that straight away because Pickford's not going to be playing, nor is Maguire. Chamberlain's not going to be there. Phillips is going to be at the base of the midfield and some other fun stuff as well. And that's not me playing my Leeds bias. I'm going to try and play him in the position he plays for Leeds anyway because he plays so well at it. That's the plan. And I've got some ideas on formations as well, which I've already played around with before. So, schedule a press conference. That's fine. Let's get this saved. And then what I'll do, I'll mess around with the tactics. I'll get you something over once they've been done. Frank has introduced me. And then we'll go ahead and in this episode, we'll just do an introduction into the squad itself and we'll see how we get on. Cool, right, tactics-wise then, these are the two we're going to be going for. I've got a small team and a big team tactic. At the moment though, they're both called small team tactic because I loaded it in, I've made the change, and I haven't quite figured out how to rename it. I figured it out myself, don't you worry. So the plan is going to be when we're playing the smaller teams, I want a nice attacking formation. We've got loads of strength on the right hand side in terms of wing backs. Obviously Trent's going to be the first choice there. My initial thought on the left is going to be Ben Chilwell as well. Do have Ainsley Maitland-Niles who's another option, but I'm going to obviously figure that out once I come to the point of doing my my squad selection and things like that. But roughly, in terms of expected formation, expected starting 11 is going to be Dean Henderson in goal. Gomez and Dyer, I think, at centre half. I know a lot of people are going to scoff at the name Eric Dyer, but I've played with him in Spurs, and he's really, really good in this game. Gets some really good ratings and seems to play really well as well. He's a good little player to have in that position. Yeah, wing backs, like I say, Chilwell and Trent are going to be there. Obviously, Trent's going to be bombing forwards. Chilwell's probably going to do a bit of an overlap, but not a huge amount, to be completely honest. Calvin Phillips is the anchor man in the midfield. He's got a specific instruction to take more risks on the pass as well. I want him spraying the ball and really kind of having a bit of a chance to mould that position into his own. Henderson, and I don't really know who's going to come alongside Henderson as more of an attacking playmaker. I've tried Grealish in it in a little test before. I've got some other options. I have to kind of have a think about that as well. And then it'll be Sterling on the left. It's probably Sancho on the right. And then obviously Harry Kane's going to be up top. In terms of what we're doing, it's going to be a positive formation, positive mentality. Shorter passing, fairly wide in terms of the attacking width. There is going to be that overlap on the right whilst we play out of defence. Hit early crosses in towards Kano, and they're going to be mixed. I was thinking about doing whipped stuff, but it doesn't really make a difference. Very high tempo, no time wasting whatsoever. Counter press, counter when the possession's been won as well. So really want them to be pushing on. We've got quite an attacking formation, so I want to put them under a lot of pressure. Distribute quickly, as I always tend to do on all of my saves. I don't like them messing around and letting the teams get back into position, so we're going to be doing that also. And then distributing to the fullback, to the back four, back 3, 5, however we're going to call it, to begin with. And then out of possession, we're going to force them inside because we've obviously got that strength and depth there. We've got Phillips playing as the anchor man, and then we've got the other guys as well. Much higher line of engagement, a slightly higher defensive line, very urgent pressing, and all of the normal stuff as well. Like I said, there are some what am I calling them? Player instructions. I'm not going to run through all of them because we ain't got the time to do that, and I want to get through everything else as well. So if you do want the tactic, then let me know. You probably want to see how it works first, don't you? Really, you don't want to just go straight in and go, yeah, I love that tactic. It could be crap. If you like it over the next couple of episodes, great. Let me know, and I can drop it on the workshop, or I can send you over the file in email or whatever form. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. I have a couple of weeks to wait in terms of the first squad selection. Once that's been done, I'll show you the squad, and then we'll finish up from today's video and get ready for the next one in a couple of days for our first 2 games. Alrighty then, that was not easy. I'm not going to lie to you. There are going to be people in the comments absolutely slamming some of these decisions. I've absolutely no doubt. Made a few changes. I did go with the suggested one to the majority, but I have made a couple of changes just in line with injuries and stuff like that. So I've removed obviously the people who can't play. Those particular people, I don't know if it tells me in here. Luke Shaw, Ben Chilwell, Ox is out of the squad. Pretty much those 3 have needed to be replaced. And I've tried to go for something that balances a little bit of experience with a little bit of youth. Obviously, this is starting in July, so the people who've had call-ups since then, like the likes of Calvin Phillips, Grealish and co, technically don't have call-ups yet. So interesting to see whatever that changed anything. I've never really done international management much before, apart from a test save just to kind of get myself used to the idea of international management with South Africa at the end of FM20, and we didn't do too badly, to be fair. But you had a national pool of about 35 people. This one's a little bit bigger, which is good. So, the squad we're going to go for, let me know your thoughts in the comments on these, of course, as always. Let me know if you think that I've made any boo-boos, or there's any people that maybe shouldn't have been included and should have been. I'll explain the big omissions that I've made in a second. So, goalkeepers, we've got Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford and Nick Pope. I think that's fairly self-explanatory by this point. I think they are the 3. Dean Henderson is most likely going to be my starting one, definitely for the Nations League games, which are the 2 that are in this fixture that we've been called up for as well. Defenders, this has been a difficult one because of the likes of, I wanted to bring in Luke Shaw and what's the other guy's name, Ben Chilwell as well. Definitely Ben Chilwell, he'll be my starting one, as I mentioned in the clip before. I don't know whether Luke Shaw will be. I'm going to keep very close eye on his club form and see how he gets on. I'm definitely going to be picking over form rather than fame. That's the phrase you use, I don't know. But yeah, definitely going to be picking form over quality, over the actual profile of the player in the club and things like that. And I think this has kind of gone with that a little bit. So Trent's going to be, so we've got Trent, Ryan Bertrand, because we needed a bit of depth on the left-hand side. And he can play wing-back as well, so I thought he'd be a sensible option. Eric Dyer, Joe Gomez, Harry Maguire. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he was already in the squad. And again, he's quite versatile. He can play across a couple of positions and can play wing-back at the left-hand side. So he seems a sensible one to at least have a quick look at. John Stones, Fikayo Tomori and Kyle Walker. The omissions from those, let me see if I can find them quickly. I don't know how quickly I'll be able to do this, but I did move a couple of people out. The ones who I suppose might feel a little bit hard done by. Chris Smalling was initially in the squad and I binned him off. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, to be honest, he's got Trent ahead of him. And we've got options like Joe Gomez can play all across the back four anyway. So he'll get his chance, I'm sure, but not right now. He's not quite got into the squad just yet. Other people, I am going to keep an eye on Max Aarons because I've seen him in FM before and he looks really, really tidy in the saves that I've seen him in. Same with the likes of Kieran Trippier. Obviously, he's just injured at the moment, so he's not going to get a chance to play for the time being. I'm sure there was a couple of other people, but maybe not. Maybe I'm making stuff up. But yeah, that's going to be the 9 defenders we're going into the squad with. Midfielders, we've got Ross Barkley, Jack Grealish, Henderson, Mount, Phillips, Rice, Sancho and Sterling. Again, we were unfortunate. There's been a few injuries in the squad at this point. I did bring in Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips, so they were the two that came into the squad. The other ones, yeah, I think they're kind of a given. They're going to stay in there, to be fair. Again, notable omissions, and you'll be shouting at me in the comments because of some of these, I'm sure. Most of them, to be honest, have come out because of injury. Couldn't bring in Dele Alli. Quite like to have him as an option, potentially, if we want to go for a more attacking formation, but he can play centre mid as well. James Maddison, see, isn't going to be in the squad because he's injured as well, as is Oxlade-Chamberlain. A couple of other options. We can look at Matty Longstaff once he's back as well. I don't know how good he is in the game. I've never really played that sort of player before. Harry Winks, Oliver Skipp. Might as well get him out of the national pool, to be honest. He's never playing for my squad. One omission already. We're cutting it down. And yeah, I think the other ones, Phil Foden's one. That was the one I was trying to think of. Dwight McNeil. There are definitely some people that have been omitted, but I just feel it's too soon to try them out just yet. Phil Foden will definitely play, though, at some point. I've no doubt about that. He'd be stupid not to play him. And then front three, fairly probably obvious. We know they're in good form in real life. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Danny Ings, and Harry Kane. So as a result, we'll go and quickly pick the side for that first game against Belgium. Does mean we're going to be going for the big team tactic, not the small team tactic, David, as we said before. Let's go and see what the selection advice says. Of course, it actually says it's going with what I was expecting to a certain extent. Not fully, because some of these I'm not fully agreeing with at all. But it is going to be Henderson in goal. He's going to be our starting goalkeeper. Obviously going to be Trent on the right-hand side. You can see I've done all of my roles and stuff already, so they'll fit in quite nicely. It's going to be a back three, a back four of Gomez and Dyer. Harry Maguire, not Joe Maguire. Harry Maguire needs to sort himself out. In fact, that's not the person I was going to put a left back. I'm too busy jipping on. Yeah, Harry Maguire needs to pull his act together. He needs to get his club form back to speed, as far as I'm concerned. He's not going to play just yet. He's in the squad because he's a good player, I think, but he's not quite ready for it yet. Phillips is going to play as that defensive the deep line playmaker there. I'm looking at this one. The ball box-to-box midfielder, that is obviously going to be Hendo. I'm going to come back to this one because I really don't know who I'm going to put as that attacking playmaker. It's going to be Sancho on the right. It's basically what I told you I was going to do in the first place anyway. Sterling on the left. Harry Kane obviously is going to be the man up top. And then, don't know who to put in here. I'm going to get shot if I pick the wrong one because every England manager does. I think I'm going to put Grealish in there. Because I did try him before and he did play very well in the test games I played. And then let's just pick the unpicked positions. There we go. Done. Cool. Sorted. So that is pretty much going to be the starting 11 for the game against Belgium, assuming there's no injuries that come up. That's going to be in the next episode, guys. This is effectively episode 0, if you want to call it that. Sounds like fun. So hopefully you've enjoyed that one. We'd like to say a quick little kind of introduction to the save and the squad to kind of let you know what we're going to be doing, who we're going to be working with and that kind of thing as well. Kind of little introduction. I did toy with doing the games in here as well, but I don't want to make it too long. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. Let me know if you think there's been any big omissions, any boo-boos that I've made. Like I said, I'm sure there's going to be loads of them, so just let me know your thoughts in the comments. Be as nice or as rude as you want. To an extent. Let's not take it out on me personally. That wouldn't be very nice. So yeah, hopefully enjoy this one, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. There's going to be plenty more of this stuff coming out now that everything has arrived. We've got the hardware on board. Hopefully, let me know what you think of the quality of the video as well. Hopefully it's better than what it ever has been. Admittedly, we've not gone into any games yet, but hopefully you'll find that a bit better. And go and follow me on Twitch. At the point of this going out, I've done my first stream. Or maybe first couple, I don't know. I'm doing a Pentagon save on there. I don't know who I'm with at this time of recording, but you'll know who I'm with if you stop by the stream and you follow me on Twitter and things like that at that point. So go and check that out. Links for all of those will be in the description below. And drop a like button on the video. That'd be really massively appreciated. Yeah, helps build the channel up and all that fun stuff as well. We'll leave you with the outro. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been David. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you very much.